Welcome, Aquarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot. I'm doing your March full moon reading, and for anyone with an Aquarius placement, this is for you. If you have an Aquarius ascendant, most particularly, this is going to impact your ninth house, or the house of your higher consciousness, your super consciousness. This is where your dreams reside. This is your philosophical views, your spiritual ideas. This is also where you seek and gain higher education. So this is how we communicate globally with all of our visible and invisible communities. So if you find this reading helpful, if you find it enjoyable, please like and subscribe to my channel. Comments are always welcome, and thank you to all of you who do support me. Your overall energy, Aquarius, is the Tower. Beautiful, suitable energy for Aquarians. This is you gaining some new information. This may appear in the form of a disruptive event or opportunity that doesn't go according to plan, or does not fit into the plan or the body of information that you currently have. This is you getting new inspiration, new revelation. This can also be you absorbing the revolutionary energy that is in the world. You understanding that new information that comes from across the globe has an impact on you and your world, no matter how small or large that appears to be. So this is new information that is globally, spiritually, philosophically, politically shared by you, and you are struggling to absorb this information into what you're currently working on. In the past, we have the King of Jades, or the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Four of Jades. So I definitely see you making a commitment to learning something new. There is a powerful lesson in the world news stage. In the events that are occurring in other countries, there is a lesson that you are open to, something that you are learning about, and you're attempting to apply this to your own circumstance. You are asking for answers. You are asking for help from those that you respect as authorities, be they your teachers, peers, elders, ancestors. You are asking higher ups, those with what you consider to be greater spiritual or information or experience, to help you out and give you some direction as you are in a position of leadership here. You are manifesting, you are looking at abundance, comfort, protection, and really holding the fort down. This is you, Aquarius, really battening down the hatches in a way as you seek to understand how this information is going to affect your stability. How news of disruption, war, violence in the world, aggression, will have an impact on you, and how you experience that in your own world, how you're translating this information into something that you have built, you have created, and you are experiencing. So this is you in a somewhat guarded state as you continue to seek answers and ask for the help that is needed, if only to assuage the circumstance that you are learning about, or circumstances similarly in your own life. In the present, you have the Servant of Cups, you have the Moon card, and you have the Four of Cups. So you are really focused on holding your stability, holding your ground, staying on a firm foundation at this time. You are understanding that the information that is being released right now is inspiring you to seek answers, but it's also helping you to look beneath the surface, to delve into those subconscious energies that are held by the collective. The collective unconscious is something that is ruled by the planet Pluto, which is in Capricorn right now in the very last degrees and is being reflected throughout the world as challenges to our most long-lived institutions of government, politics, of social and cultural manifestation. We are being challenged. We are seeing power manifest in the most unpredictable and unfortunate, in the most violent way possible. The information we're gaining about how those forces of that attempt to be permanent, that attempt to ground us, that attempt to control our lives are rearing up, and they're allowing us to see the instability, the misunderstandings, the misalignments in our own lives where we've given away too much power, or we don't want to see the workings of power in our lives. We want to believe in the illusion of our own autonomy, and that particularly in our culture, our Western culture, we can do as we please. This is being challenged right now, and you have an opportunity to face not only these ways in which you may be giving your power away, but also the ways in which you contain resources and abilities that you can now imaginatively open up to. You can use your imagination, the way that you are feeling positively and open to learning about these situations that we see in other places that reflect our own experience. You're opening up to that. You are open to recognizing that you have a responsibility. You have a hand in the ability of others to exercise power over you. And you have become discontented with the status quo, where on one hand you have been managing the status quo, maintaining the order, holding the fort. The other part of you that is opening up to understanding your responsibility, your role in the situations that exist in our outer world, you are recognizing that you too are dissatisfied. You too are discontent and unhappy with the way things have been. In your immediate future, you have the Five of Staffs, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Jades or Pentacles. So interestingly, you are in a beautiful position to manage the various discussions, avenues of information, exploration of the ways in which war and violence and aggression occurs around the world, how that affects our very own intimate and social environments. You are part of the discussion. You are fielding the various streams of communication from peers with peers. You are learning and understanding this information. You may even have a role in reporting, documenting, disseminating information about these global occurrences. They may be these similar kinds of activities that are happening in your own community, where you are socially active in spreading information, unfamiliar information, hidden information, information that the powers that be do not necessarily want us to have access to, that isn't available to others easily. So you are actually recognizing at a very deep level that you understand what's happening, and your ability to facilitate these conversations at this time is allowing you to build towards this legacy of information that empowers. This has a feeling of documentation, recording, televising, communicating, wiring information and the vehicles of information, building them up into a facile legacy that can be shared with generations to come. So I'm seeing you, Aquarius, at this particular time, impacting this particular area of activity. Your higher consciousness is being instrumental in the way that technology is disseminating information, tools, and resources more broadly. I even have a sense that you are building some concrete or practical tool or resource that will be part of your legacy, your social legacy, and possibly in communication, in community with others. I'm going to clarify the Hierophant card. We have the middle column here, which is all of Higher Arcana cards, which is brilliant. We have the Ace of Swords clarifying the Hierophant and the Death card. Yeah, I really see you recognizing the truth within your own current situation, the truth within the information that you are receiving, as disruptive as it may be, by your ability to separate yourself, detach yourself emotionally from these events and occurrences, and pursue what is valid for you within them. This is part of a larger transition where you are facilitating change. You are in the process of letting go of a way, an institution, a commitment that held things at a status quo level, that kept things stable, but at the cost of others. The Moon card is being clarified by the Star and the Six of Cups. This is a beautiful opportunity, a new vision that you're gaining out of this very fated, destined time. Through these difficulties, this ability to face difficult things, difficult aspects of yourself, difficult recognizing oppression or the obstacles that large bodies or institutions place in the way of accessing our own power, our own resources. This is allowing you to return to a place in your life where you are connected with memories of naturally occurring gifts, naturally occurring knowledge, and a connection with a person, most likely, or an event in which you recognized yourself, you understood yourself, and this is you building up that resource of self-knowledge with which you are able then to recognize and evaluate the truths in the information that you're gaining. So this is you reconnecting with a certain innocence and trust in information that is intuitive, that comes to you through your memory, your past, or events, your elders, your history even. So this is you gaining that self-knowledge, having the courage to unearth those difficult aspects of yourself and your world so that you can reapply and realign with the part of the work that you do that is a reflection of who you truly are. Finally, I'm going to clarify the High Priestess, the Eight of Swords, and the Three of Wands. So you're definitely moving into a new area of growth and opportunity. You are intimately involved in various strategies, plans, understanding the information and the source of informations that you are now scrutinizing. You are looking at where information comes from, and that information can be challenging and overwhelming in terms of other opinions or ideas about the way in which you should be moving forward. So you are fielding that information, and that has shut down. It has a tendency to want to shut down your ability to facilitate the conversation, the ideas, and the discussions of others. You are part of a discourse that you are still scrutinizing the sources of these various truths in such a way that you are in reconnecting with your own source of truth, being led into new directions of growth, trying new things, moving in less familiar direction or arena of activity that is beginning to show some fruits and rewards. You are testing out new vehicles of communication and activity for your personal empowerment and the empowerment of the community that you are serving. I'm going to finish off this reading, Aquarius, with a botanical inspiration. Again, if you've enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe. And I appreciate all of you that donate to me in all the ways that you do, and what Aquarius needs to know moving forward in March is the pansy. The key words of the pansy are sweet thoughts. And an unknown quote says, "Pray you love, remember, and there are pansies, that's for thoughts." I'm going to leave it here, Aquarius. I thank you for your time, and I am appreciative of your attention. Until next time, namaste.